My Emerson week, this is going to sound so dramatic. It changed my life. Like, I'd never done runway before. Like, I'd done a bit of modeling here and there. The main thought in your brain, you have to be like, I'm the hottest one on the runway. That runway's there for me. I only like American men. Just have a completely different energy to Australian boys. Yes. I love some Australian boys. Like, some of you are great. You're amazing.
We preface, we still like Australian guys.
But
American men. We got no idea where we're going, but we're having a damn good time getting there. Ladies, it's solo season. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Solo Season, the podcast on life, love, and relationships. Whether you're single, taken, or it's very fucking complicated, this podcast is for you, baby. I am in bed with my gorgeous friend, Natty. Welcome to Solo Season.
Thank you. I'm so excited to do this. You have no idea. And we have so much to catch up on. It's
so
insane.
much. Too much. Natty's been here for the past half an hour. I've been buzzing around, doing my makeup. I had a few too many Prosecco's last night, so I was a little bit slow this morning. And we've been like trying to start conversations and trying to catch up because so much has happened in her life since we last saw each other, and we're like, whoa, save it for the podcast. She keeps being like, Bella, I'm gonna tell you, but just save it for the podcast.
She keeps asking me questions, and I'm like, wait.
So stop. So anyway, here we are. So now we can have a proper catch up.
Yay.
You've got your matcha.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
cheers.
Cheers, baby. I've got my iced latte.
Yum. Oh my God, yum.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I just love my tongue.
Oh, so yum. You're a matcha queen.
I haven't drunk coffee in like 3 years.
Really?
No.
What would happen if you drank this?
I think I might have an anxiety attack
No
or
way.
just like sit there and just tweak out a little bit.
In the corner. We're like, don't worry, that's Natty. She's fine. She just had some caffeine.
Just had a coffee.
Do you find the matcha doesn't affect you as much?
So, okay. We get a little bit technical here.
Yeah.
So matcha and coffee have the same amount of caffeine in it, but matcha has something called L-theanine, which slow releases the caffeine.
Okay.
So it's instead of like a big spike of the caffeine and then a big drop, it's more of like a 4 to 6 hours of release.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
and I love that you know this because you are actually a matcha owner. She has her own matcha brand, right? Cheeky matcha.
It's got cheeky matcha.
Cheeky
Yes.
matcha. So that's how you're a matcha connoisseur.
Yes, I have drunk my fair share of matcha, I must say.
Okay, I bet. Well, before we get into it, I ask this question to all of my guests when they first come into my bed. And I say, are you single, taken, or it's complicated?
I'm single.
You're single?
Yes,
okay, welcome to the club.
Solo season. It's on purpose. I honestly can't help but keep getting into relationships or at least like situationships. And this time I'm consciously being like, no, this is my solo season and I'm staying here.
This is my time. Everyone back off. Babe, I'm not surprised. You would be beating those men away with sticks. They would be like, Natty. You are honestly, from the moment I met you, you radiate positivity, warmth. You're so confident and gorgeous, and you're like a little rainbow human. I can see why men would just go gaga-eyed because they're just like, I need that little rainbow human in my life. It's mine. So
Thank you.
When I did meet you though, when one of our catch-ups over, I think it was last year or the year before, no, it was last year, and we're at Tottie's.
Yes.
And you were just about to fly to London and you were
Yes.
actually going for a lunch with your boyfriend at the time to break up with him.
It was my ex.
It was your ex.
Yeah, he was my ex at the time.
He was your ex at the time, but you're going for lunch with him and a couple of your friends and you're doing this big lunch and you came over to our table and I was with a girlfriend having lunch and you were like, oh, I'm just about to go and re-break up with my ex or something. You were re-breaking up with him? Tell me the story.
Okay. Yeah. This is the first ever mature relationship breakup I've ever had. Because it was 4 years and I had to break up with him with no basis. So like if you get cheated on, if someone does something, if they disrespect you, like you have a basis to break up with them, right? This was a pure feeling of like, this isn't right. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say anything. It was just like over time, we just went in different directions. And it got to the point where I was like, I can't do this with you anymore, unfortunately. And it was heartbreaking because it was so confusing because when I broke up with him, I was like, did I do the right thing? Did I muff this up? Like, I don't know. But I had to stick to my guns and I had to stick to my North Star of being like, no, this feels right.
Yes.
So that's why you saw me at lunch with him because I still wanted to be friends with him and we had such an amicable breakup that like we went to that lunch as exes.
Okay.
And we were like, this is our partying thing. It was with our two best friends. So it was kind of nice to just be like, hey, like, it's so nice that we can do this and like hang out, but like know that we're going in different directions. And he like, we both understood it. So it was heartbreaking, but also like really nice at the same time.
Babe, me and my friend were both there. We're both like in our 30s, like mid-30s. And you come in and you told us the situation and we both looked at each other after and we're like, oh my God. Like you couldn't pay me to go sit down at lunch with my ex and our old friends. Like you couldn't pay me to do that. Like I would rather not, and we don't have a bad breakup, but I just would rather not. I'd just rather go enjoy Toddy's spritz without him at the table. And I was like, we both looked at each other and we're like, that chick's so cool. Isn't she cool? We're like,
well, we own Cheeky together.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's quickly talk about that then.
Yep.
So you are business partners.
Yes.
And you're still business partners?
We are.
Okay, so that's why you also need to stay amicable for the business.
Yeah.
You're so mature, sweetie.
I know.
You're such a mature queen.
Like, I don't like being on bad terms with people. Like, I know we broke up, but we also spent 4 years together. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a big chunk of time. And, like, I was 21 to 25. They're very formative years. I can't just, like, dismiss everything we went through together.
No.
He helped me become the person that I am today, you know? And, like, same with him. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, and, like, having business together, we spent 2 years on that. Like, that was our baby.
Wow.
And we haven't, like, we still call each other and we're like, hey, how's Cheeky going? Like, blah, blah. And we, like, catch up on, like, friendly terms. But, like, he's living his life, I'm living mine. So, like, we're all good, you know?
Okay, I love that. And was it hard at first post-breakup to stay amicable? You're obviously amicable now, but with a business in between, you're like, I know I want to say this, but I know I probably shouldn't. Like, is it kind of hard navigating a breakup with a business partner?
Yeah, because when you're upset about something else, and I guess like the whole entire breakup, it comes out in the business and you're like, why did you do that? And it's like, you're not actually angry at each other about the business or what you did. It's just about the situation and navigating it. So of course there were blow-ups, of course there were hard times, but like we've gotten to the point now where we can just communicate.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. You're such a mature queen.
Hey, it's been a minute.
Babe,
like it has taken me some time to get to this point.
Okay, well tell me how you got to this point, because you came in here and I was like, did I see you have a boyfriend? Like, if you've got a boyfriend, tell me all about it, because you took off to LA, you're at Coachella. Give us a rundown on the past 3 months or whatever it was. No, give us 2026 with Natty. What have you been doing? What haven't you been doing?
My life started back in May.
Okay.
That was when my whole life flipped upside down.
Wow.
And it actually started at Miami Swim Week.
Okay, should we start with Miami Swim Week?
I think we should start there because it makes more sense, like, chronologically.
Okay, perfect, because I wasn't sure. So let's start with Miami Swim Week, because after that lunch at Toddy's, you were actually going to Miami Swim Week.
I hadn't done it yet.
You hadn't done it yet. And you walked in and also your body was... like you walked in this dress and you're like, and then I'm going to Miami Swim Week and I'm just here with my ex, and we're like, this girl is so hot and crazy. Fabulous and amazing. So tell me, because Miami Swim Week, I remember obviously following you as well and just seeing you walk down the runway, just so gorgeous, radiating that beauty inside and out, like that confidence you can see in a woman. So tell me everything, how you got to Miami Swim Week, like how that happened and then what that was like.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I love you.
I'm delusional, right?
Stay delulu.
Like there's these like reels on Instagram that I see. It's like if I want something, like I get it within 3 to 5 business days. That's my like trait. This is me with opportunities. Wow. So Miami Swim was always in the back of my head. I was like, I need to do runway. Of course, like every other girl wants to be a Victoria's Secret angel. So I was like, this is my halfway point.
Yes.
So we'll start here.
Yeah.
So Miami Swim Week was always in my peripheral vision. I was like, we will get there one day.
Yeah.
And one year I was like, I'm doing it. So I literally emailed like 100 different brands. I like searched. I did so much research. I DM'd people. I emailed people. I just like went absolutely ham. And I got some responses. And then I got a few virtual castings because obviously I was back in Australia. I couldn't be there. And they were like, hey, can you like come to our office? And I'm like, I literally can't. I'm in Australia. And they're like, oh, cool. Like virtual castings. I ended up landing my friend helped me get one show, right? Yeah. And then when I got there, the other show confirmed me like the day of. And then because that show liked me and I walked for them, they asked me to walk for another show. So I did 3 shows.
In your first year?
Yeah. And I walked for like 30 brands. Yeah. It was crazy.
Oh my God. Babe. That, ladies, is how you hustle and go after something you want. That is the most amazing story. Yeah. So you were in Australia just cold emailing and cold calling. And then until you got a kind of like casting agents or modeling agencies, or who were you emailing?
just the shows.
The shows.
So it's a little complicated. There's like 3 main shows, and then they have all brands underneath them.
Yeah.
So I just went to the top. I was like, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good. And I just went absolutely ham. And then I don't even know how it happened. It all just came together so beautifully. But can I just say, Miami Swim Week, this is going to sound so dramatic. It changed my life.
No, that's not dramatic. I feel like...
Completely changed my life.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a turning point in my life.
In terms of what? Like, what was it that changed your life from that moment? In terms of your career with modelling or your personal life?
Everything.
Everything.
Because I went there with 0 expectations. I had no idea what was going on. I was literally just about to jump into an ocean of something that I had no experience in. Like, I'd never done runway before. Like, I'd done a bit of modeling here and there, but I was like, this is what I want to do, and I'm just going to so I had to go with complete confidence and certainty.
Oh my God. So you'd never done runway?
No.
So, okay, let's talk about how you got to that point. How do you prepare for something like that? Physically, mentally, everything.
So I kind of like mentally was just like, this is my dream. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do back then. So, because this was like last year, I had just been through a breakup. So I was like, what do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? And I have these crazy dreams like Miami Swim, and like barely any Australians had ever done it. So I was kind of like, I didn't really have anyone to ask. I had one girl, but what I did have was an ex-supermodel, and she's like 52 and she looks phenomenal.
Oh my God.
And she taught me how to walk. There's videos. I'll show them to you later.
Sydney?
Yeah, she's in Sydney.
No way.
She is gorgeous. She looks like Adriana Lima, like dark hair, blue eyes. And she was like, again, teaching me how to walk. But can I tell you?
We need to show me these. You need to show me these.
Yeah.
That's insane.
The tips saved my life because it sounds crazy. Like, like just walk. What do you mean? No. There are so many things.
Baby, you are not just walking down that runway. That ain't no walk. That is not stroll into coffee walk. That is like fierce.
Yeah. And then there's like
tips. Tell us. Okay. If we were to walk down that runway, what did she teach you? What were some little hacks? Like if you want to just walk, because the confidence, like I think it's with this confidence, you have this confidence and it's just incredible. So tell me what she taught you so that we can all practice at home.
You have to think like, this is going to sound really arrogant, but it has to be like the main thought in your brain. You have to be like, I'm the hottest one on the runway. That runway's there for me. Like, I'm going to get paid $1 million from running this runway. Like, let's go. Do you know what I mean?
My runway.
Like, that is my runway.
Yeah.
So you, like from the minute, so there's like a lady that tells you when to go, and she's like, go. So from the second she says go, you have to just power. And
my
like
God.
your arms need to be back, shoulders wide. Like you just need to be on.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing is every single person that ever does a runway, they black out. You go, how was your walk? And they're like, I can't remember. It happens so fast. And it's just like, I can't remember. But I think
you're like, wait, did I walk? I have no idea. Actually, did I go down?
Yeah.
No way, because you're just so in the moment.
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah. So you just go, and at the end,
I love this.
There's 1 million cameras at the end. You have to stare down the barrel of the camera, and then you get down there, and you've literally got like 3 seconds to do pose, and you can hear the cameras going click, 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 click.
No way.
Yeah, and then you got to turn around and walk back.
So you look at one. Is there one main camera?
No, there's about 50.
So how do you know what to look at? You just take one and look at it down the barrel of the
you kind of just pick one and just hope
Can
for the
you
best.
Can you do the face you do down the barrel of the camera?
I can't even remember what face I did, but like you got to do like your blue steel.
Yeah. Oh, hot. I felt that. Because I feel like when the camera goes on, even that in itself is quite a skill to be able to look down the barrel of the camera and feel confident and be like, this is my moment.
There's no editing on the runway. No. It's just you and the camera.
And video as well. Like runway, I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So, okay, not only do you shoulders back, tits out, like fierce, blue steel. I'm like trying to practice in the bed. Okay, and you just go, I'm going to fucking own this runway. So that's what's going through your head. So how do you prepare then physically for something like that? Because I'd be like, I get like something it's wrong with TMI. I get like little pimples on my bum. Dude. I'm like, what do we do about the pimples on your bum?
Makeup. You have to.
Okay.
Because it's a normal human thing to happen.
Yes.
Like, it just happens. And, like, you're not the only one there. There's 1 million girls there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was what I was going to say. The girls there are divine.
Oh.
This is what changed my life.
Yeah.
They literally all hype you up. There's something about the atmosphere there that everybody is on the exact same level.
Wow.
And they just hype you up, and the designers are absolutely gorgeous. Everybody knows why you're there.
Yeah.
And they just all... are just the most beautiful girls ever. And obviously they've all done runway and they look amazing. So it's just this energy that everybody gets like in this vortex.
Yeah. Of
that changed my life.
positivity and just we've like girl power.
Yeah. And I finally felt like, oh my God, is this where I'm meant to be? Like I finally felt like I fit in somewhere. And it was something that I had just done crazy off a whim.
Literally in your house in Sydney, just emailing people, and then you're thrust into this whole other world.
Dude, I walked the Mars the label. Like that is like
huge.
That's huge.
Yeah. Baby. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah,
so
cool.
you're just there going, what is my life? How did I get here? And how did I go from sending emails, doing virtual castings, hiring a 52-year-old ex-supermodel, and now I'm here? Like the amount, like I'm so impressed, and I love this story, and I'm so happy I'm hearing the full thing now because it just makes so much sense. Like I'm like, of course you did. Of course you did. I don't doubt any of this. Like, of course you made this happen.
Yeah.
And you've obviously always been like that. Like when you have a vision, you just go for it.
This is the thing. I am a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Like when someone says
sexy bulldozer.
Sexy bulldozer at that. Miami Swims in about a week.
I was gonna say.
I have had so many people reach out.
Are you going back?
Natty. I got asked by 3 shows and 6 brands, and I said no to all of them.
Of course they want you back.
Yes.
Little sexy hot human rainbow back on the runway. And why did you decide not to?
I think
You've fallen in love. What have
I
you done?
did such a good job last year
that
I wouldn't be able to top it this year, and I kind of just want to leave it where it was.
Okay.
I set out to do something and I absolutely smashed it.
Yeah.
So I kind of just want to leave it there.
Yeah. I love that so much. I kind of love that you're like, I've done this, I nailed it, that was my goal, and you must have new goals then.
Oh,
that you're like, baby,
absolutely.
You're like, so I've done that. That was great. That was a last year thing for me, and I don't need to come back.
Yeah.
Although I could, because you've obviously been, and you're just like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna sound really arrogant right now, but please take this with a grain of salt. I was just like, my body was perfect for runway in that moment.
Yeah.
And like the way I'd been training and everything, like I was what they were looking for. So the process of how they pick you to walk for each brand is you go in the morning and you walk in a black bikini and all the designers are around you, and then you go into a back room and then the designers will pick you and then they'll dress you for the next night. So that happened 4 days in a row. So it's just
So it all happens on the ground when you're there.
Yes.
Wow.
Everything is very last minute and like it's a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
So you actually run the risk of not walking for anyone in that show, because if no designers pick you, you go home.
So do some girls fly all the way in from all over the world, literally go to these castings, walk in their black bikinis and go home with no jobs?
Yeah, you run that risk. So you can get cast to go to that show, and then the designers can just be like, no, I don't want you. You just may not be what they're looking for, but you do have 4 days to kind of like have another chance.
Okay.
There were days where I'd walk for 8 shows like back to back, and there was only like 10 designers walking.
God.
So I had to literally say like, I can't do that, because I would just have to run off the stage, quickly get changed and do it again. So I was like, I need to draw
exhausted. Girl was exhausted. Your step count was through the roof. You're like, I've been taking so many steps down that goddamn runway. I am done. I'm finished.
That's actually a good reel. I might steal that. Just getting my steps in.
Just getting my steps in it. So you're just strutting down in stilettos too. Great for the calves.
Yes.
Good for the quads.
Yep.
Okay, so the step count was high and you're like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It was so tiring, because it was in the morning you have to be at the Mondrian at like 9 a.m, right? And that's for like the dressing and like the walking down for the designers, all that sort of stuff. And then you literally have an hour break. You have to go back for hair and makeup. Things start at 6, and then you're walking till about midnight, and then you go to an after party, and then you wake up at 9 and do it all again. I was just on autopilot by the end. I was like, I don't know what day it is, I don't know what time it is, but I need to be here then. So, okay, this is another thing that came off the back of Miami. I obviously made a lot of friends in the US, and then what I do for a job now kind of just... everything happens in the US, all the momentum's there, and I made so many good friends, and I realized that I actually thrive in the US. On the back of this, I have made a realization. I only like American men.
I was gonna say, I bet that's why. I was like, aren't they sexy?
Yes, they just have a completely different energy to Australian boys. I love some Australian boys. Like, some of you are great, you're amazing.
We preface, we still like Australian guys.
But
American men.
American men to date. Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference? What's the biggest difference between Aussie guys and American men?
Confidence.
Confidence is key.
Confidence. And the thing is, it's funny, because America is such a big country, their states, there are different men that come from different states, right? They have different attitudes, they have different culture, they have different upbringing. So from each different part of America, you get a different type of confidence,
Yes.
or like obviously the accents, like kind of cute.
Baby. Yeah, baby. We were talking about this yesterday, like the Texans and then like the New Yorkers and like New York. Okay, so where do you just love them all? Like, I feel like it's all different flavors of like, you know, you go into a gelato store and you're like, oh, it's all these 52 flavors.
I can't.
52 states? Is that how many it is? Good.
Oh, wait, 50?
50. I don't know. I'm not very good about geography. I'm not good at geography.
It's fine.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
Okay.
I can't help but attract a Southern man.
Oh, babe. Yeah, I can see you as a Southern belle.
I don't know why, they're just so cute, and like they dress really nicely, and they have like they have different looks, and like I don't know why, but that one day they'll be like cowboy and they'll wear like their boots and their jeans and like
the Wranglers.
and then like
and the pickups. Pickup trucks.
Okay, I mean, sorry, not Australian. Sorry, Australian boys. American men have way better fashion, and they're more likely. They have more confidence to express themselves through what they wear.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they'll be a bit more bold. Like, you know, in Sydney, like with tall poppy syndrome, you can wear something and it might be a little bit out there or like a little bit see-through or like whatever, and then you'll get a look on the side of the road like, judgy. Yeah.
Judgy
you just
pants.
don't really get that in America. As much.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's probably what gives the guys the confidence to be a bit out there and try different things because they're like, no one's judging me.
No.
I love that.
Yeah.
So the Southern men, would you say like a Texan or like a, like how South are we talking, baby? Like, and Cowboys. Is it Cowboys? Is that your like, that's your thing?
I don't know because like I've never had that before, but like there's been a few times where it's like that just happens to be the thing.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? The common
flavor. Flavor of the month.
Yeah.
Did you meet an American guy over there? Is there someone that's kind of pulling you back, or you did meet an American guy?
Yeah, of course. Like I mean heaps of American guys.
But I mean anyone that you kind of liked and locked down with for a little bit?
Maybe.
Okay, maybe. Okay, do you want to talk about it?
I might skim over it only because it is a little complicated.
Okay.
But
did you have a relationship over there after Miami?
Yeah.
With a Texan? No.
A Southern boy, yeah.
A Southern boy, sorry. I keep saying Texas, like that's the only place in the South. It's useless. So you had a little fling.
I did.
Okay. And what was that like? What was the difference between dating an American and dating an Australian? The biggest difference that you noticed? Like the way they treated you or?
I think they're born gentlemen.
Okay.
Like they open the car door. They always pay for dinner. Isn't this the bare minimum?
It's the little things, right? It's the little things, bare minimum.
But they make you feel like a woman.
They do, yeah.
They just do.
So you can be in your feminine energy.
Yes, because I'm quite in my masculine. I can I can handle everything. I can sort everything out. I can look after myself, like because I travel so much.
Strong, independent queen.
I know, but like I'm a bit tired. I'm kind of tired.
I just want someone to open the door for me and look after me. But baby, that's fair.
Yeah.
I feel I'm hearing this a lot with girls, like us as well, because we're extroverted, we're outgoing.
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm good, I can look after myself, but I don't really want to.
No.
Like, I just want a man to open the door and be like, okay, princess, bring your coffee in bed or matcha in bed and just like, take care of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so they do that. They have that real kind of princess treatment.
Yeah. One thing I love is we'll be walking down the street and say on the roadside, they would just like grab your hips and move you to the other side so they're on the roadside. And I'm like, even that teeny tiny little thing, I'm like,
that does
just makes you feel a little bit protected.
Yes, but that is girls. At the end of the day, like men, at the end of the day, all girls want is to feel protected and safe.
Yes.
And it's little stuff like that where you go, oh my God, like that is so sexy.
I didn't know I needed that.
Yeah. Oh my God, he doesn't want me to get hit by a car. Slay.
Yeah.
But it's so nice. I think that's rare.
Yeah.
Do you think that comes from their upbringing, like their way they're brought up? Their dad taught that to them or their mum taught that to them?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a culture thing. It's just like in America, they're all about like, even like you'd go to a restaurant and obviously they rely on tips a lot. So it's in their culture to like be hospitable and take care of you and make sure you're okay. So like I think that extends more into their culture as a whole.
Yeah.
They just want to make sure you're okay and like make sure you feel protected, and like the men are really masculine and the women are quite feminine, which I really like.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, here's another thing. I have quite high standards now because my like best friends who are male, we'll also talk about that in a second, that being a red flag because everyone keeps telling me this, but it's not.
Okay.
Anyways, my male best friends take care of me so well. Like, without a blink of an eye, like they will get me an Uber home. They'll book me something. They'll make sure that I'm fed. They just want to make sure that I'm okay. And I'm like, if that's what my best friends are doing, that is the absolute minimum for my partner.
Yes. And are these your male friends? Are they Aussie or American? American. Okay, so when you said we need to talk about that because that's a red flag, we were actually having this chat the other day about having straight friends of the opposite sex, guy friends that are straight. I think some guys would see that as a red flag, right?
Yeah.
And I remember my ex used to say, girls and guys can't be friends because at the end of the day, if you give those guys half a chance, they'll fuck you.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I didn't really have that kind of mentality, but I did kind of see where he came from because I was like, to be honest, I feel like if I did give those guys half a chance, they probably would try fuck me.
Most likely.
Yeah. But then I think maybe that's an Aussie thing. Maybe it's not an American thing because I think it's really healthy to have friends of the opposite sex. I think it's really healthy when guys have female friends and I think it's really healthy when females have guy friends because it's not normal just to have friends of the same sex because you need to get other perspectives.
Yeah.
I grew up in a house with three boys, three brothers. Yeah. So I've always had that balance and I think that made me really level-headed because I have friends that, you know, if they don't have that balance, it's just, I don't know. I think we need men to bring us, you know, balance us or something.
No, I completely agree. Yeah. And like growing up, if you didn't go to a co-ed school and you just went to like a straight boys school or straight like girls school, you almost like fear the opposite sex and you don't know how to interact and it's awkward and it's weird. And then when you're allowed to, when you're like outside, it puts so much pressure and it makes it such an issue when it's not. But if you grow up going to a co-ed school like here and there, they're just your mates. And like you learn how to interact with them without it being like such a big deal.
And nothing sexual about it. I think that's what it is because I went to single sex schools my whole life, all girls schools, even after in university an all girls college. And I think a lot of my friends were in those environments from kindergarten. So from like age 5 or 6, which is such a young age to be in a single sex environment. So then when they come out of that, every interaction they've had with a guy is always got sexual undertones. So that's why they're like, oh, okay, we cannot be friends. And I understand, and I think my ex was probably in that, you know, he grew up going to single sex schools with just boys. So any interaction with females was always probably with sexual undertones, right? Like at dances or whatever it was. Remember, like, you know, formals and stuff. And it's always like, so I understood that perspective. But having friends of the opposite sex, I think it's so so healthy. But do you find when you're dating someone that becomes a problem? It causes issues? Do they feel threatened?
So I don't know if you know about this about me, but I'm a very straightforward, honest person. Like with anyone at any point, I think that comes with the confidence. Like I am not one to hold back. I'm not one to lie to your face. I will not sugarcoat things. And people know that about me. Like if you come to me for advice, I'm giving you the truth and it may hurt, but like I'm that person.
If everyone
don't
needs
come
a natty.
To me. If you want it,
this sugar coated,
don't come to me.
Don't go to Natty. I'm going to give you the straight truth. But babe, everyone needs that.
I agree.
Everyone needs a friend like that.
But that's the thing. Like if you know I'm like that, pick
I'll
your
give you
poison.
honest truth.
Exactly. So I would go to both sides. This is what I do now. Like if there's a guy and he wants to be friends with me, I will set the tone straight away. I'm like, we are just friends.
Okay.
If you want to comply with that and you have other ideas, you like choose how you want to deal with this. Do you know what I mean?
This to them?
Yeah, of course I do.
No way.
Yeah. Because I don't want it to sit there awkwardly. Like from the start, I'm like, what do you want from me?
So
and
what,
like,
they'll take you on a date and you're like...
Oh no, I won't even go on the date.
You won't even?
We'll just meet.
Okay.
And then if they like want to hang out or whatever, like I'll be quite forward.
Okay.
And
so you're like, this is not sexual, we're just friends.
Yeah, or like it'll become, I'll probably steer it that way.
Yes, Or if it's something you want to take down that lane, you're like, okay, actually this is like flirty and fun and we're not friends.
Exactly. So if I'm dating someone, I'll equally be as honest.
Yes.
So if I'm talking to someone, I'm like, I have 2 boy best friends.
Yeah.
They are like this, come meet them. If you don't believe me, come hang out with them. Wow. So like I will, because I'm obviously so honest and like I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm like, come meet them. And I've done that before. I'm like, I talk about this guy so much. He's my best friend. Come meet him.
Wow.
And he's straight. And then he's also happy to meet him. So do you know what I mean? Like I clear the table really quickly.
Really quick. You're like all cards on the table.
Yeah.
This is the situation. He's my best friend.
Yep.
Purely friendship, nothing like physical, and then this is my guy that I'm dating. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
That is very mature.
Yeah.
But do you see how that lands with the guy? Like, does the guy sometimes feel like, obviously sometimes are there guys that can't handle that and they're like, this is too much?
Of course.
And then you realize pretty quick.
Of course. But that all boils down to the man himself and his security in himself and stuff. Because the thing is, like, again, I'm such an honest person. Like, if I want to be with you, you'll know about it. If I don't want to be with you, you'll know about it. Do you know what I mean? So, like,
you'll know.
What's the point of me, like, trying to hide things or, like, try and, like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
There's no point. There's no point.
Yeah. Like, and if you can't deal with that my best friend has been through everything with me. Yeah. And I'm not about to kick him off the table just because you don't like that.
100%.
I'm like, you need to respect him. And like, we're old enough now. We're like,
I love that though.
You know what I mean?
But I love that because I feel like sometimes in relationships, you compromise potentially your friendships as well. Because if a partner doesn't like someone that you're friends with and you really love that partner, you're like, okay, well, maybe I won't hang out with him as much, or like that doesn't sit well with him. So you start to compromise. And we were talking about this briefly before we jumped into bed together about compromising in relationships.
Yes.
And how it's something that women tend to do a lot more than men. And it's, I don't know why we do it and why we do it so much, but we do tend to compromise. And I think the fact you stay so true to yourself and your friendships and what you value is amazing. Have you always been like that? And if not, how did you get to that space?
Definitely not. I'll just touch on it because you said, I don't know why we do it. I think instinctually inside of us, men are born to lead and women are born to submit.
Yeah.
So like, if you take that in a very general sense, like the men will work a lot and they'll bring home the money and they'll kind of like lead where the life is going. And then the women will come in and be like, oh, I'll just come hang out with you and like kind of like put myself into your life as well. Like it's easy to do that. And like, I've done that. Yeah. It's so easy.
Oh, babe, guilty.
And like it's too easy almost, and you're just like, I'll just like join in your life, like it's fine. And then you start going his friends' birthdays and his friends' weddings, and then you just you know, and you just submit, and you're
all
like,
his friends become all your friends, and then and it's nice. You're not doing it because it's not fun, but eventually you kind of like, if you're in a long-term relationship, you come out and you're like, holy shit, where did I lose myself along the way?
Yeah. At what point did I just forget about my own life and my own goals and everything? So
you've had that experience.
Oh yeah, big time.
And now I think you showed me a TikTok that you've posted recently, and you were talking about how you no longer, your next relationship, you will not lose yourself and lose your identity. And I love that you're so aware of that because not many women are.
Yeah. I think in my last relationship, this was completely my own fault because I wasn't self-aware enough to see it, but I gave like everything. Yeah. And all my energy went into that relationship, and I just wanted to make sure he was okay, and like I wanted to make sure that he got to work on time, so like I would drive him, and like I'd make him food, and like it just give. Yeah. And then I didn't really get much back, nor was I giving anything to myself back. And I stopped working on stuff that I wanted to work on. I stopped like looking after myself. It just became so like the focus was so 99% on him, and then like, oh, like I'll deal with myself later.
I'll do Natty later.
Exactly.
And Natty's needs and take the back seat.
Natty needs a lot of energy.
Natty needs,
now I'm single, like,
how did you do that? You're like, what the fuck? I am busy on looking after myself.
Yeah.
I know.
And I require a lot of energy, and it's actually so nice. I heard this thing the other day, and it was like, if you're whole and your energy is completely within yourself, sometimes you can get a leak. And then you know when you get obsessed with a boy and then he starts like, you're not dating or anything, but like he's just there and like you're thinking about him. That's the leak. Yeah. So you've got to fix the leak. Because like we all guilty of it. I get so obsessed so quickly, and then
and then I fall hard as well, really hard and fast. Yeah,
it's bad. It's bad.
Love it, girls.
It's really bad. I'm working on it.
Yeah. No, but it happens. It happens.
But like you gotta fix that leak.
Yeah, fix the
so
leak.
that your energy is whole again, because you cannot lose yourself in that stuff. You want two whole people in their energy coming together into a relationship, and you want to keep that energy.
Yes.
Of course, you're gonna like intertwine at some point. Because you want to look after each other in that relationship, but you do need to hold that.
Yes. Well, you hit the nail on the head, and I was like, oh my God, everyone needs to hear this. In that video that you were doing, you said, I want to be my partner's second priority.
Yes.
And that was just the most wise, incredible thing. It's you are so wise beyond your years to say that. Like, that's something that would come out of, you know, I feel like a much older woman's mouth. Like, that is so wise. So explain what you mean by being a man's second priority, and how do you kind of maintain your own identity within a relationship, or how would you go into your next relationship making sure you don't lose yourself?
That's a really good question. I think everybody should be their own priority, whether you're single, whether you're not, whatever. You should be always putting on your own oxygen mask before you help someone else. I heard that from my friend Caitlin. Sorry, Caitlin, that was from you.
That was amazing. I can't steal that one.
It just fit really perfectly.
That was incredible. I love that.
But anyway, it's true though.
Yeah, it's true.
You need to make sure that you are in your finest form all the time, because then you can be that solid person for the other people in your life, whether it be your friend, your mum, your dad, brother, sister, whoever. They can come to you and be like, they're a solid person. I can rely on them, you know? And for yourself. You want to be the best of the best for yourself all the time, mentally, physically, like absolutely everything. I did something really interesting that also changed my life. I'll just touch on it because it's a big topic.
Okay.
But I went to therapy for like years and it didn't work. I felt like I was just kind of like talking to someone, and she was like,
and paying them a lot of money.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't feel
could have come here, doll.
Yeah, I could have come to you.
Would have done it for free.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I don't feel like this is really working. And then like someone was like, not all therapy is like for you. Like you can try other things. And I was like, what else can I try? Just randomly, a hypnotherapist came up. She changed my life.
No way.
I did 10 sessions with her. Her and I just like got along like a house on fire.
Oh my God.
Tried all these different things. She like took everything out of me. It was like a little string.
Yeah.
So she would pull the little string, and then she just pull and got all this stuff out. And by the end of it, I remember sitting with her in my last session, and she looked at me and she was like, so what do you want to talk about today? And I was like, and she goes, I think we're done. And I was like,
oh my God.
What? I was like, I didn't know you could like finish therapy. Like, I'm not done. Like, you know what I mean?
No, but
there's
like,
always room for improvement.
But like how you are, it makes so much sense now. I kind of need to try this woman.
It's amazing.
Would she hypnotize you when you walked in? Like you went into this kind of hypnosis?
I was terrified. It sounds scary,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
it's not scary.
Talk me through that. How does this work?
Think of it. Okay, so
I'm intrigued. I want to try it.
So basically you walk in, you sit down with her, you talk to her for about an hour. She'll ask really specific questions because then she bases the hypnotherapy off the things that she found out about you.
Yeah.
So there's like different sections. So you can obviously get hypnotized to like stop smoking or like get out of an anxiety slump or like there's like different sections, right?
Yeah.
Mine was anxiety and just sad and stuff, you know, like just two in my head. And so she would talk to you for an hour, and then this was my favorite part. She had a couch and it would like fling out, so you just like legs up and you lay down. She puts this thick heavy blanket on you and she's like, all right, close your eyes now, so you're laying down and you've got this nice thing on you.
God.
She puts on the frequency music. Like, I know, okay, just bear with me. I know this may not be for everyone, but
I'm into it.
Changed my life. So,
oh my God.
Don't knock until you try it.
Nah, I love this. This is amazing. And you felt like literally healed afterwards.
It took a while, and there was tears and there was like confusion. So don't get me wrong, it wasn't just like, I went, I'm fixed. Like there was a lot to it.
It was like a full emotional release.
And you have to kind of just
she
submit
sounds
to
incredible.
it.
She sounds
she's amazing.
Oh my God.
So then she would put you in a 30-minute trance and she would speak for those 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was kind of talking to your subconscious brain. So she would give you subliminal messaging, being like, there's no reason for you to be anxious. You know what I mean? Like, you're a really strong human. Like, you don't need any of these thoughts. These thoughts don't control you, stuff like that. So you're just sitting there absorbing all of this into your subliminal for 30 minutes. And then she she records what she says.
Yeah.
And then you go home and put yourself back into that trance, listening to that for 7 days until she starts a new one again. Yeah,
This
she's
is incredible.
brilliant.
Okay, you're going to have to share the contact with me because I feel like I want to try this.
I love her. She's an incredible person too. She's insane.
I do have like one more question. Okay. Obviously, because you are such a confident queen and you're just so like to me, you seem like you have such a high level of self-worth and self-love. What is one thing you could give, like a tip to the girls and the guys, whoever is out there that is struggling with confidence? What is something a piece of advice you would share with them?
This is a big answer, but I'm gonna consolidate it. I think throw yourself into situations, kind of like an exposure therapy kind of thing. If you've ever dreamt of doing something, throw yourself into it, and you just have to like work it out.
Yeah,
that is what gave me the confidence every single time. I would go to places like Miami Swim, by myself, knew no one in a completely different country, and you just kind of have to go there and work it out. And like I travel solo a lot, and that has completely changed everything for me. So now, like before, I would hop on an international flight and freak out and be like, oh my God, so many things to think about. Now it's just second nature. I'm like, and I just hop on the flight and I'm all good. So I guess it's just repetition of doing uncomfortable things. Helps you become certain of yourself and you trust yourself. I think, I'll consolidate this too, but there's a book called The 12 Laws of the Universe. And one of the laws is the law of contrast. So you can't be happy every single day for the whole of your life because that will become neutral, right? So you've got to have sad days, you've got to have bad days, you've got to have anxious days to be like, I love being happy, you know? So I think having really low self-worth at one point really made me appreciate having really high self-worth, and the whole process helps me appreciate what it took to get to the point that I'm at. So I now look at everything and I'm like, I'm proud of myself for getting here. And like it's hard. Like evolving and becoming like the person you want to be is so hard. It's isolating, it's exhausting, but it's so rewarding. So if you do have low self-worth, put yourself in positions that will make you confident about yourself and trust yourself that you are capable of literally anything. Because that just compounds and it builds and builds and builds to the point where you're like, oh, I can do literally anything I want. Like I'm so capable. Because we have these limitations in our brain. I can't do that. Oh, I won't be able to do that. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can do it. Do hard things, put yourself out there, and then the growth that comes from that will snowball into confidence and this kind of, I can do this. I can do this. And then it builds every day. Oh, I love that.
So like I'm at this point in my life where I'm doing the craziest shit. Oh my God. I haven't even touched on that.
We actually haven't. We need like 2 hours. I know. Like I'm like, hang on a second. Like, can we keep going?
No, that's so fine.
Do you know what? I feel like we're going to have to do, can we do a part 2? And can you please tell me where you're off to next and when I'm going to see you next? Because I feel like our part 2 is going to be somewhere fabulous. Like Mykonos or Ibiza. I think we're both going to be in Ibiza at the same time together. So maybe we could do a part 2. In Ibiza.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Okay, all right. If you guys want a part 2 with Natty and I in Ibiza, you let us know because you have to like tell us how much you want it and we'll make it happen. But tell me where's next for you, baby, and what's happening? What's the next few months looking like for you?
So, again, I am delusional.
I love it. That's why we get along.
I don't think I've booked a round ticket. In probably like 3 years. I book one-way flights. Monday, I'm going to London, one-way flight. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Amazing.
No idea.
Love that. I'm obsessed.
I'm going to Ibiza. I know that point.
Okay, but where do you stay when you go there? Do you have an apartment? Do you stay with friends, family?
I have friends.
Okay.
See, that's another thing.
Your friends over there.
Because of traveling, I have made friends everywhere. And like they are like not just like like acquaintances, like blah blah. They are my friends, like my besties. Like I've got a friend over there called Hattie. So we're Hattie and Natty.
Hattie and Natty. Oh my God, dangerous duo.
Very dangerous because we look kind of similar. She's just blonde, blue eyes. I'm brown hair, green eyes. But basically all exactly the same.
And same energy. Hattie and Natty.
Exactly.
Take the world.
We are kind of dangerous together. So I'm going to meet her.
Everyone needs a Hattie and Natty combo because those combos are the best. And that's where shit starts happening. You're like, Hattie and Natty, we're going to the moon.
I'll tell you the stories off the podcast.
Okay, please. Okay, so one-way flight to London next Monday. And then you're going to be there for how long? Maybe 3 months? See how long you can last. See where it takes you.
I literally am like, let's see what happens.
Can we do another? We're going to do another episode in Europe. I'll come to London.
Perfect.
I love London. I've loved this so much, babe. Thank you so much for coming on. I adore you. So much fun. Thank you.
I love you.
Like, best energy, best vibe.
You too, though,
babe,
dude.
us together.
We
it's
can't shut up.
I know, we can't shut up. We could literally talk until the cows come home.
I know.
So I'm so happy we did this.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes, thank
Watch
you.
this space. Let us know where you want our part 2 together. Maybe, mwah, mwah. It'll be somewhere fabulous.
Absolute duh.
Yeah. Mwah. Okay. We'll see you in the next episode.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.